It's been 16 years since Assassin's Creed 2 came out, and originally I played it on the Xbox 360. But now, 16 years later, I decided to get the Platinum on my PS5. And getting the Platinum in Assassin's Creed 2 is fairly simple. We're going to take it in 3 parts. First, we're going to take care of the story and whatever trophies I pick up during that time. Second, we're going to do collectibles and grab those feathers that everybody hates. And third, we're going to do that final cleanup and grab those trophies that I just didn't get to. But before we get to meet Ezio, we had to meet Desmond.
My name is Desmond Miles. I'm a prisoner of war. A war I never knew existed, waged by 2 groups I never thought were real. Templars and Assassins.
We're gonna meet Desmond, get into the Animus, and go back in time to meet Ezio, this time as a baby, learn how to control the body, and then we're gonna get our first trophy for Birth of an Assassin. After some backstory, we're gonna leave Abstergo and get our second trophy for Arrivederci Abstergo. We're gonna meet the team that Desmond's gonna work with, and we're gonna go back into the Animus to get our third trophy for Welcome to the Animus 2.0. Since sequences 1 through 3 are basically a tutorial and giving you the backstory of the character, we're gonna run around and meet Ezio's family before they get killed. And while I was running around, I got the trophy for Lightning Strike, which is to sprint for 100 meters. Once we finish sequence 1, we get the story trophy for the Pain of Betrayal, completing the sequence. Sequence 2 is still a bit of a tutorial in learning how to play the game as an assassin, but we're gonna learn about Subject 16 and their glyphs that they're hidden around the map. And when we find the first one, we're going to get Tip of the Iceberg. Once we complete this first glyph, we're going to get a piece of the puzzle. We're going to have to do 20 of these to get another trophy. And once we finish Sequence 2, we get the story trophy for Vengeance. Sequence 3 is also not going to give us a lot of trophies, but we're going to meet Montergione. While we're here, we're going to grab the 8 statues to get the trophy Mythmaker, and then we're going to get our 10th viewpoint for the I Like the View trophy. Once we're done with this sequence, we get the story trophy, Exit the Sun. Sequence 4 is where we're going to start laying some groundwork for trophies we're going to need later. To start, we're going to upgrade one of the buildings in Montergione and get the trophy for Handyman. Next, we're going to go outside and train to learn how to throw sand in enemies' faces. This will be important later in the sequence. As we continue on, we're going to intercept a Borgia courier and get the trophy for Mailman. Now, we're going to use that skill we learned about throwing sand in enemies' faces and get 4 guards at once to get the trophy for Messer Sandman. As the story continues, it's going to take us to the Assassin's Tomb inside Santa Maria Novella. Once we do the entire tomb, we're going to get one of the relics and leave, giving us the trophy for Undertaker. While I was running around, I noticed a woman crying, so I talked to her, did the mission, and got the trophy for Macho Man, defending a woman's honor. Another thing I did was I ran and got another Assassin's Tomb inside the Duomo, giving me the trophy Choir Boy. Ending out the sequence, there was a major fight and I didn't get hit, and I killed 10 enemies at once, getting me the trophy for No Hitter. And once you finish the sequence, you get Bloody Sunday. In sequence 5, we get to working with Leonardo. He's going to give us some upgrades, and the first thing he's going to do is allow us to poison enemies. I'm going to turn around and get the trophy for Doctor, performing an air assassination on a poisoned NPC. The next thing I'm going to do is discover the Assassin's Tomb inside the Torre Grossa and get the trophy for I Can See Your House From Here. While going about this sequence, I assassinate a target, get into a fight, and hide 5 dead bodies in a bale of hay to get the trophy for Street Cleaner. And to finish out the sequence, I get the trophy for the Conspirators. Sequence 6 isn't going to give us much in the way of trophies, but we are going to meet some new characters that are going to help us along our way. The only trophy we're going to get here is an unexpected journey for completing the sequence. Sequence 6 bleeds into Sequence 7 here, so before I leave Florley, I get the trophy for Prison Escape, which is doing the Assassin's Tomb. Jumping back to Desmond, we complete some training with Lucy, re-enter the Animus, and get the trophy for Bleeding Effect. While I'm in Venice, I grab a piece of art to get the trophy for Art Connoisseur, buying a painting from Venice and already grabbing one from Florence. Then finishing out the sequence, I get the Merchant of Venice for finishing Sequence 7 and for being halfway through the story. The first trophy in Sequence 8 is gonna be Hallowed Be Thy Name for discovering the Assassin's Tomb inside the Basilica di San Marco. The next trophy we're gonna grab for ourselves is Kleptomaniac, pickpocketing 1,000 florins. Next, we're gonna drop 5 stacks on some courtesans and get the trophy for Red Light Addict. After Leonardo gives us access to the flying machine, we're gonna get the trophy for Fly Swatter because we kick a guard while using the flying machine. And finishing Sequence 8, we get another story trophy with the Impenetrable Palazzo. Sequence 9 also doesn't give us a lot of trophies, but we do get the Venetian Gladiator for finding an assassin's tomb, and we get the story trophy Masquerade for completing the sequence. The sequence is very story driven, but we do get 2 trophies. We get Steel Home for winning a race against the thief, and the story trophy for Bianca's Man. Sequence 11 gets us no other trophy other than completing the sequence. Sequence 12 and 13 don't give us any story trophies, but I decide to grab the Assassin for Hire trophy for completing my first assassination mission. Moving on into Sequence 14, I reach 80% of my Stronghold's value in Montergione while turning in the relics from the Assassin's tombs. And we get our final Sequence story trophy by getting the Vault for completing Sequence 14 and completing the game. And our final story trophy for the game is An Old Friend Returns after we escape the hideout during the credit sequence. So now that we're at the end of the story, we move into the cleanup section, and it's going to be 2 parts: collectibles and those trophies that I just didn't grab while I was doing the story. So while I was doing the collectibles, I decided to do that last training, learn how to sweep some guards, and I got the trophy for Sweeper for sweeping 5 guards at once using a long weapon. And huge shout out to IGN for still having an interactive map of where all the feathers were, because it also had all of the glyph locations, so I was able to get the trophy for Vitruvian Man for unlocking all 20 pieces of Subject 16's video. And rounding out the final feather, 100 of them later, I got in memory of Petruchio collecting all of the feathers across the entire map. Cleaning up those final last trophies going to the platinum, all I had to do was grab Victory Lies in preparation for getting all the hidden blades, item pouches, and armor upgrades for Ezio. Next, I grabbed Perfect Harmony for tinting my clothes Wetland Ebony and Wetland Ivory. Grabbing one last Leap of Faith trophy, I grabbed High Dive for jumping off Florence's Giotto Campanile. Next, I threw around 300 florins to get the trophy Man of the People, and since I finally got the Auditore cape for grabbing all of the feathers, I decided to show off my colors in each city, getting the Show Your Colors trophy. And with that, I got the Master Assassin trophy for unlocking all trophies in Assassin's Creed 2. And I'm so happy to finally 100% Assassin's Creed 2. It's one of my favorite games in the franchise, and if you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel as I continue on this journey to 100% games, whether that's getting a platinum, whether that's going back to the Xbox and getting all the gamer score that I didn't get the first time around, or maybe even on PC. But this completionist journey ends right here, right now for Assassin's Creed 2. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you in the next one.